What's up, everyone? I'm Tempest Mask 1000.
And I'm GF17.
And today we are reacting to Anime War Omni Broly.
Oh yeah, this is going to be so freaking awesome.
So, here's a little bit of context. At the moment, Geek and I have recorded episode 11, our reaction to it, already. But at the moment, we're just trying to figure out a couple things out. So, considering that this here video, which we were already planning on looking at, is uploaded to the Master Media YouTube channel, I figured, why not? Let's give this one a shot. Now, I am under the assumption that this will not come with super massive spoilers that will go beyond the reaches of maybe episode 12. If it does, oh well, we'll be sure to leave a disclaimer of the matter, or we'll just figure out when to upload Broly, but I have a feeling that we'll be mostly safe because according to the description of the video, it seems as though this is unused content, stuff that was planned to be used in the finale of the Anime War fan series, but was essentially brought out of it because Master Media wanted to try and get the series done as fast as he could, which is very understandable.
True.
So, with that, we are going to take the time to just check this video out while we eventually get ourselves situated to do the next 2 episodes, and yeah, we'll see. We're also gonna after we record this decide whose channel this will go on, but you know.
Why not both?
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but like, yeah, no, we're figuring out. I cannot words,
Yeah.
But legit, the reason that I am wearing my fairy tale shirt today is because I'm wearing it in honor of the first of the fallen, because episode 11 was a graveyard of heroes.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, why did you go? Oh man, I'm still upset about that.
And I kind of wish that Natsu had just a little bit more going for him. I mean, we did see him use one of my favorites, the Lightning Flame Dragon mode, and then for a while in episode 9, there was the Dragonized mode from the Dragon Cry movie, which was pretty neat, but, you know, I think there wasn't... Like, when it comes to the full-on action, we understand how it is, but, you know, we can't help but pay our respects to the heroes that we feel were worthy in their own right to get more action if they could have. I guess that's beside the point. Okay.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So, Geek, what do you think we're going to be looking at today, aside from Broly, probably from Dragon Ball Z?
Well, considering this is the leftover footage, obviously we're going to see Broly, obviously. I'm actually open. We might actually see maybe a little bit of like episode 18. That's if it's like in here. I'm not like 100% sure.
Episode 8.
Yeah, well, episode 8. If I'm not sure, like, what parts was going to be in episode 8 and what parts, is from, like, other episodes of the series. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully, we might be able to see more of Piccolo because, I mean, he barely did anything in the Anime War, and there was also who else didn't do a lot. I can't remember, but I think Natsu didn't do a lot.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I brought him up a bit when I mentioned how he died, but like, it's fine. I think Piccolo really is the one that, I think I can agree that when it comes to the whole series, Piccolo might have deserved a bit more, and I understand that the series creator also admits this much, so hey, it's no problem, it's no big deal, we'll see what happens. Honestly, for episode 8, I always imagined it was supposed to be a continuation of Vegeta's perspective, because I recall that Demigra went into his monster form before he went into his Makyoka form, except with white hair because they took a little liberty with it, and it was like the whole Omni power siphoning. So obviously whatever episode 8 was supposed to involve was him getting stronger because Vegeta also didn't realize about the whole energy siphoning thing. And maybe, just maybe, a conclusion on all of the other summoned anime villains and the other heroes in Vegeta's vicinity taking care of them. Which is a shame because I know that if I'm not mistaken, I think Sasuke was supposed to try and take care of Aizen.
Oh, dude, can you imagine that? Ninja versus samurai. I mean, that would have been so freaking cool.
It was all about the genjutsu, man. Yeah, that would have been great. But no.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll see what happens. So, link in the description below because, again, this video is on the series creator's channel. Let's get right to it. We have it loaded up. We're ready to rock and roll. This is 10 minutes and 15 seconds. So it's not a average Anime War episode length, but hey, that's fine. And again, if we do happen to come across anything that looks like it would have been
part of the series,
obviously meant for episode 12, we'll be sure to... I can't with words today. If we come across something that looks like it was meant for episode 12, we'll just say that we saw this in our reaction to Omni Broly for that particular episode. No big deal.
Fair enough. That sounds fair.
Alright. Alright then, are you ready, my dude?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's get this party going.
Alright, this is Anime War, Omni Broly. Give us the countdown, my dude.
With pleasure. And 3, 2, 1, and go! Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
Here we go.
Seriously, what is Toei's problem with Master Media's stuff? It was awesome.
I mean, this was back in the day when a lot of fan content got flagged. I mean,
that's from that's from I think that was from episode 11, wasn't it? No.
End of 10, beginning of 11. 10, yes. Yeah. Wait. Black Goku, Dark Goku, Vessel.
Evil Goku, wasn't it? We haven't.
I think he's gone through a couple of different names.
I could bring him back to life after discussing it. Okay. I see.
Wow, if they brought back Dark Goku. I think Master started calling him Dark Goku. He was originally supposed to be his version of Goku Black, but now that that's existed for a while, yeah. What? Wait. What happened to Koikyutis just now? Oh, it is Z Broly. Well, wait, no. Of course, the thumbnail. I hate when I suddenly remember things.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I actually do like this idea. I mean, instead of like going to Fuse right away, they go, okay, let's bring out the most powerful warrior in existence. I mean, this is actually a really good idea for Master to do. I mean, it would have been awesome to have Broly in the series, and then as soon as they beat Broly, they could have said, okay, we have no choice, let's fuse. I mean, that would have been a lot. Well, it would have been a cool idea. That would have been.
Well, oh, he's already seen Goku. I applaud giving him a bit of normal speech beforehand, though.
Holy crap!
Oh!
Holy crap!
He's already tapping into it.
Well, I mean, he is the legendary Super Saiyan, of course.
Well, he said he feels different.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's one thing that's going to push him into something he doesn't know how to use, it's his rage for Kakarot.
Yep, Broly has a rage boner for Kakarot.
Ooh! Those pulsing, that pulsing pattern though.
What the hell is up with that, man? Woo! Evil gods developed a crude method of resurrection, sacrificing one of their own.
Wait.
Wait a minute. They sacrificed one of their own.
Okay. I mean, okay, so it's basically Ito Tensei from Naruto. That makes sense. Wait a minute!
That's Bardock!
Bardock! Oh my...
Holy crap! Woo! Hold on.
Oh wow, this really must have been before Dragon Ball Super Broly. I swear to
I brought your
God.
father back to life. Look at his face. Chance to see you grown up. Cool. That is cool.
I better try to keep myself down though. I don't want to start a ruckus. It's the middle of the day. But man, that is cool. I always had a appreciation for the original Bardock. I really do.
Oh. Wait, so Bardock can do that too? God damn! Are you seeing this, my bro?
In the original script of Anime War, Omni Broly actually was supposed to come back in episode 8. Originally, Anime War was only supposed to have 10 episodes, but some episodes proved to be much more difficult than others, taking a lot longer to produce, and in the end, I actually had to skip some of the content from Anime War just so that I could actually finish this series. So that animation that you just watched was a little bit of what was supposed to happen in the original script. Basically, once all of the evil gods reconvene, which we saw from Anime War episode 10, they were actually supposed to summon Broly before they fused. And the reason for this is because in the original script, they were supposed to need Saiyan blood in order for their fusion to work and break all of the limiters, becoming as strong as Zeno. That's why back in Goku vs. Saitama, which I later renamed the Invasion of Dark Goku explained that if he fused with Goku, they would be stronger than the Omni King. But what he was really trying to do was fuse with Goku, and then that fusion would actually fuse with the rest of the evil gods to become Archon.
I do remember
that
gave
them enough power to not even have to actually Dark Siphon. But the Dark Siphoning of all of the heroes was actually Plan B, since Dark Goku was destroyed. And now that he was destroyed, they were going to resurrect him in order to perform the fusion. But it turns out that since Broly is in that universe, he's a much more pure, much more powerful Saiyan, and resurrecting him was a way better option. Now, there was supposed to be a line where Sebas would say, I can resurrect him, but he won't have Dark Siphoning because we won't have time to teach him that. And Zurama was going to say, that's okay, bring him to life anyway. So the reason the evil gods are able to do this dark resurrection, which they basically sacrifice an evil god in order to resurrect another person, first being Dark Goku, now being Broly, it's very similar, if not identical, to the way that the Elder Kai gave his life to Goku.
Oh, that moment!
So the gods have figured out their own method of resurrection, and with this dark resurrection, they give Broly the Omni form and the Patara earrings. Now, as we saw Whis resurrect Frieza in the final episode of Dragon Ball Super, Whis can resurrect anybody without having to sacrifice a life. So in that, he was going to resurrect Bardock, unlocking his potential and basically allowing him to go Omni form as well with 2 limiters.
I don't get that
so
either.
The fight was going to be
aside
Omni
from
Broly with
it's a
1
nod
limiter
to
versus Goku
a
and
famous
Bardock with 2
fan
limiters
favorite saying.
and Vegeta with his royal bloodline 1 limiter transformation. Now, because Broly wouldn't have the Dark Siphoning ability, everybody else was going to pitch in. It's particularly Beerus and Whis were going to fight a lot against Omni Broly. That's something that I really wanted to show you guys. I wanted to have more fighting with Whis, and that was supposed to be one part where he'd actually able to do a lot of hand-to-hand combat, since he wouldn't have to worry about Zurama or the other evil gods siphoning his god ki. They were supposed to have an incredibly epic fight. At one point, Broly was going to turn into an Omni Ozaru form.
That would have been so goddamn cool.
Omni Ozaru form was just supposed
I don't think it would have been able to handle that, though.
Blowing up chunks of the planet, and all of the other fighters, the heroes, and
like,
Anime War were supposed to be pitching in, trying to do anything they
could. Are you
to
supposed to manage that?
I know, right? Exploding from all the destructive damage of Omni Ozaru Broly.
Be like a normal human facing off against Godzilla. I mean,
does have a tail, giving him an Omni Ozaru form 2. So there'd be two Omni Great Apes fighting against each other.
Oh,
I debated it in my
no.
head, but I didn't come to a definitive decision over whether or not I actually wanted to do that, because it kind of makes sense if there's a fake moon in the sky or a full moon and Omni Broly transforms, then Bardock should as well. But I never got around to thinking about how exactly that would end. But that was a little piece of potential story that I could have included. And basically what was going to happen was Bardock, even though he was just resurrected, was actually going to sacrifice himself to save Goku. And in doing so, Goku would lose his mind and break his final limiter. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen my Goku reaches his highest form video, which has some of Anime War episode 13 in it. And that's because I had to change the script since I cut out this original part. Instead of Goku searching deep within himself and finding Bardock there, instead he was supposed to meet him in the real world. Bardock would sacrifice himself to save Goku. Goku would break his limiter and lose his mind, and then he and Vegeta would end up beating Broly. And that's when a beaten and battered Broly would take off his Potara earring with the rest of the evil gods and form Archon, which would basically start off at Anime War episode 11. Now, I started writing this script like 3 or 4 years ago. Basically, once I decided to make Goku vs. Saitama an entire series and leave it open-ended so I could eventually get into Anime War, I had the whole script planned out. And so back then, Broly was still a major fan favorite character. There was only one Broly. The movie wasn't revealed yet, or we didn't even know about a movie back then.
So Broly was always a fan favorite, Broly, whether you liked him or not.
I also kind of took that as a note that maybe I don't want to include Broly in Anime War. What if you include the new one and people say they want the old one? What if you do vice versa? It kind of lost a little bit of its value now that there's essentially two Brolys. So I just want to say thank you guys for 3 million subscribers.
It's done the way he became, why he hates Goku, but at the same time, oh my god, he's so goddamn cool.
I'm really happy you guys have stuck around so long, that you guys love the series so much.
Team 4-Star said it right.
So much throughout the years, and just showing your love for the work that I'm pretty much just doing for fun means everything to me. But all
actually,
good
you know what would
things
have been
must
cool
come to an end. And now I'm working on the final episode of Anime War
Broly on their
side.
I mean, imagine if
March
Media
honestly does not look
thought,
that
you know what,
likely,
I'm going to bring in
but
good
I promise
Broly.
you that it will be the best
awesome
episode ever. Thank you to all my fans and all my patrons. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you guys soon for the next one. Awarida.
Awarida.
Wow, that okay, not gonna lie. Even though that was that was like a short video, and he was explaining what was going on. You know what? That was great. I really do love how he was explaining like how he wanted it, and that whole Omni Elzoro Broly thing. I mean this sounded really cool, and it's a shame that we never got to see all of that. But despite not seeing like this come into being, so far from episode 10 and 11, it's all been really good. But it would have been cool to see like all this stuff within the series, and considering he put so much hard work into it, and he had to change a few things. If you ask me, I would have loved to have seen this. What's your take on this Tempest Mask?
I honestly feel like it was a interesting idea to try and be very what's the word? I feel like it could have been interesting to see an attempt made to go that extra mile. I mean, I'll be fair though. I'm okay that the summoning didn't happen. It's a nice nod though to Dark Goku. And yeah, I was right that Master eventually renamed him to Dark Goku, which in today's context I can understand would help prevent any confusion from those who never watched Dragon Ball Super as new episodes were coming out. So yeah, my point though, yeah, for something that was planned before Dragon Ball Super Broly, and at the time we had only just come to know the original Broly from Dragon Ball Z, I wouldn't have minded it. I mean, it's funny though, because Dragon Ball Deliverance a currently ongoing Dragon Ball fan series does have the Z Broly. Now, I've come to expect that ever since I watched episode 1, Notorious Luke plans on having this continue after GT, but anything that happened in Super is likely not going to happen in this series. So, in that scenario, I figured, okay, so that's definitely a fan series with its own continuity, but in the case of Anime War, I wouldn't have minded much. I mean, sure, back in some of the reactions that we did of the previous episodes, I do remember that there were moments where I thought to myself, okay, how will this fit within the current continuity of, say, One Piece? Or how will this fit in the continuity of Dragon Ball Super because the series is not complete yet? Stuff like that. Because you gotta remember, I was back then, like, continuing to slowly but surely open up to different shonen anime on my free time, and, I mean, heck, it was quite a time, but, you know, it's been quite a few years, and I feel like some of my expectations have been sort of tamed, I guess. I've sort of become stronger as a person who looks into the writing. I sometimes do writing myself, I guess. My point is that I would, if Omni Broly was a part of, say, episode 11, and we had just watched it when we did, with that included, I think that would have been interesting, and I wouldn't have thought to myself, okay, this definitely doesn't make sense because now we have the new Broly. No, I would have let that be. I mean, sure, I would have let that be anyway, but I think you get my point. As for Bardock, though, that's probably the more interesting one, because Dragon Ball Minus had been out for a while, and I feel like it could have been interesting had that Bardock sort of come in, and then we could have had, like, something, but, scratch that. That would have been hard to do, because, I'll be fair, the original Z Bardock had quite a bit more going for him, whereas Minus Bardock in the manga wasn't as stable, but then Dragon Ball Super Broly did fix that quite a bit, so I guess all's fit when you look at this from a perspective behind how long the series has been happening and what we've had in the time since. I suppose all's fair. I guess the one thing, though, that I did mention I don't think I would have been able to handle was the Ozaru thing, because I guess that would have been the equivalent to seeing Merge Zamasu turn Ozaru, and I've seen many a mod video for that. A grade 8 mod of Xenoverse 2 Ozaru Zamasu.
Or Cell turning into an Ozaru. I mean, can you imagine Cell turning into an Ozaru? Oh god,
no, Cell X. That would have been the equivalent. It's just like, what the hell am I even watching anymore? I mean, hey, I don't got a problem against Cell X, but I'm pretty sure that sort of thing is hard to depict. Period.
I know, right?
Look, I could ramble on for days, but the long and short of it is, I feel like my viewing experience here has me think, yeah, it's definitely been a while, and all in all, I can understand that this was cut just to make sure that we could get to the finale. Yeah, he'd been working on that for so many years, and honest to God, I'm very curious as to what he's been doing, since I know he was once a guest for a live stream series that was done by the make of his current graphic tablet, I believe it was. Like one of his sponsors or one of his gear sponsors, I don't know. But I personally hope he's still working on Demon Rush. Because, at least if you really want to pursue a story of your own, then you at least deserve having some shot at it. I mean, heck, I still think to myself Toyotaro deserves a series of his own. And even if he is the successor to the manga of Dragon Ball's franchise, I feel like he needs to get out on his own and do something too, I mean, sure, he doesn't have time for that now, but, I think it's still a very fair point to say.
That is true. I mean, it's how do I say this? it's just one of those things, you know. I mean, to be fair, I completely forgot about Demon Rush. I mean, no disrespect to it, like Master Media or anything like that, but I mean that was like, you know, one of the reasons I stood to him. I wanted to see what was going to happen with Demon Rush, but I mean, it's been like, you know, such a long time since I've heard of it, but thanks for reminding me about that.
No problem. I mean, if there's one character you should be thanking from Anime War, it's the fact that the main protagonist Soren is in it, and that this is the guy that should be reminding you that it still exists. That's just my perspective, though.
yeah, that is true. Now the thing is, I'm in a way, I'm actually glad that Broly didn't, come into, like, you know, the main series, because I mean, like we said, this is all, like, you know, stuff that he was going to put in, but at the last second, you know, decided not to. I just love how he says, he got, like, all these evil gods, and he just made them fuse. I mean, in order for these guys to bring back Broly or Dark Goku, or what they wanted, or whatever they wanted to do, they had to sacrifice one of their own, which if you ask me is it wouldn't feel right if you ask me, because I mean, having like all those evil gods there and just fuse into one, I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, just think about it for a second. It says, okay, we need Saiyan blood in order for this fusion to work. I mean, that's cool and everything. You know, like Broly's power is, like, you know, constantly growing and growing and growing. But I mean, even if those guys was to fuse alongside with Broly, I mean, there would be one evil god short, and it would have been cool if they had, like, the other god that they sacrificed and they fused, you know, together with all fused together. I mean, that would have been much better. But the fact that, you know, they had to sacrifice one of their own in order to bring back Broly, for me, it just doesn't, like, you know, feel right. I mean, those four gods that just fused together, it was perfect. But at the same time, I would have loved to see Broly, be part of that. But yeah, like I said, I mean,
it feels conflicting to you because it wouldn't have felt complete with one god less.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Broly, and, you know, he's like, you know, one of the coolest villain fighters out there. But like I said, it would have just taken away something that was supposed to be, you know, about the evil gods.
And I know I respect any character from the Dragon Ball Z movies or anything non-canon that Akira Toriyama still designed, and he designed both Brolys. So, I mean, heck, I love the crap out of Cooler, and that's also Toriyama. So, you know, case in point, though, yeah, I totally get that, and I honestly feel that even if Koikutis, which is the god that would have been sacrificed in that draft of the script, didn't really get to do much after Saitama beat him up, I am glad that he still kind of became a part of the fusion. He was the odd guy out among the entire villains group, which is a shame too, because he was supposed to be some kind of Majin-like Beerus, who apparently didn't have the most consistent stature throughout the series, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
all in all, I think fair's fair, because you are right, it would have felt a little incomplete. And not to mention that they've kind of done a fusion with a Saiyan at the base before in Dragon Ball Fusions for 3DS. Even if it wasn't an evil Saiyan and it was rather your friend and rival Pinich being manipulated by Frieza and Cell. So, you know. But that's another story and another mixed up time, I guess. But yeah, I think what surprised me the most was that despite how short this video was, it was mostly informative. I kind of like that.
Yeah, me.
If anything, that I think it gave me a reason to not be so talkative as much, which I understand this is a reaction video. But I know that in the past, some people have felt like there hasn't been a decent balance. So, you know, I think I did a better job in this case.
But it's true what you say. I mean, you just want to see some action, and you want to see fights and, you know, things blowing up and everything in Anime War. I mean, everybody does. But when he started talking and explaining, his original script and everything, I mean, to be fair, I actually do, love explanations like that when the creator's like, okay, this is what I wanted to do, blah blah blah, very informative, and I like it. I really do. It's I just love how he just came out and just said, okay, this is what I wanted to do, and this was the original script, blah blah blah. It's just fantastic. I love it.
I do like a good behind the scenes, and I think today was a nice video to sort of record toward. But with that in mind, that was Anime War, Omni Broly. Yeah, I guess when you come to think about it, I'm very curious about who will be here to watch just the reaction and who will be interested to stick for our discussion. But I definitely enjoyed this post-video discussion. I think we had quite a bit to say because, again, behind the scenes, there's good stuff, and it makes you think. It makes you think.
That's true. I mean, for me, I'm one of those people, that loves the action, but I also like to hear people talk about these sort of things. And commentary is something that I love to listen to. So there's bound to be a few people out there that's probably going to hear us like yammer on. But yeah, that was great.
All right then. I don't think we even need to give a score for this video. I'm just feeling content as I can be, and that'll do it for me. I don't even know why we started rating videos, though. That just came on the fly, I guess.
Yeah, I think it did. Great.
All right, well, again, link in the description below this time around to the original video. Until next time, we'll be seeing you potentially speaking in the remaining episodes. I'm pretty sure we're going to more than likely upload this before one or two of the remaining episodes that we've yet to record, but hey, thank you for watching. Go check out it, Geek Freak, if this is my channel you're watching this video from. Please do.
and if you're watching this video on my channel, please go and check out my good pal Tempest Masks channel. He makes great content, and he's one of my good pals. So please go and do that for me, guys.
You're too kind, my dude.
Oh, you're too kind too.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off for now, but everyone stay safe out there, and until then, have a great day. This is Tempest Mask 1000.
And I'm Geek Freak 17, and we will see you guys next time.
Ciao, amici.
Peace out.
Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you guys want to go and check out my other social medias, I'm on Gab, Discord, BitChute, Dailymotion, Reddit, Subscribestar, Minds, Instagram, Twitch, DeviantArt, Pinterest, Parler, My Anime List, and Vidya. And don't forget to check out my scripted channel, Gypsy Freak. And my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And if you guys want to support this channel, I'm on PayPal, Patreon, and GoFundMe. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.